Hello, and welcome back to the Oats on Farming Simulator 22. This is episode number 2, and as mentioned at the end of episode 1, we have gone round and collected all the grass that we cut in the 5 fields. This is the last little bit just being deposited. While that does that, let's have a look. So we have got 719,083 litres of grass. Now we are going to need hay and we are going to need silage. So we're going to turn on both grass hay and grass silage and they can start ticking away. And as you can see, the hay and the silage is ticking up already. So that is the grass work for now done. So let's run this round and let's find somewhere to buck it up. I think what we'll do is in here with the silage additive pallets that we had. Yep, oh, don't want to run into the silage pallet really, do we? So let's reverse this back in. We'll top it up as we're here and we'll just leave this. There. Okay. So then, what's next? So, what we are going to need to do is we need to, wrong one, we're going to reseed 87, 86, 87 and 88. Reason for that being the really low scores. If we can get them reseeded, that brings up the tillage score. And then we can just work on those. We also have lime to put on all of the fields, and we've got to fertilise all of the fields. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get our farmhand to come and help us out with and these to reseed. We'll get our farm hand to come out and do the seeding of the grass to start with, and we will go and do some lime in these fields. Now I know they're already planted, but that's the state we've taken over the farm in, so we need to build it back up. So let's have a look at our plant, our seeder. 240 horsepower. Now what have we got that will do that? I think it looks like it's going to be our John Deere. So let's just pop this away. We'll jump into the John Deere, we'll grab the weight, and we'll head up, oh, crash counter, and we will head up to where our seeder is. So I think we shall see you at the seeder. Alright, so we shall just roll around here and pick up our seeder. Now we are going to need to fill it up. So we'll just head to the grain bin, the multi bin up ahead, and we shall fill it up. However, I've forgotten that it's full of lime. So we are going to need some seed. So we'll run this back down to the first of the grass fields, and we will ask if the dealership, the co-op, can run us down some seed. So we'll see you there. Okay, so we called the co-op and they were in the area with some bags spare. So they, as you can see, they have dropped us off 8 bags of seed in the corner of the field here. Ooh. So we shall pick these up if I'm not hitting some imaginary collision. Top this guy up, and we'll get into some grass seeding. As I say, we're going to leave the worker, our farmhand, to do some of this, and we will get on to another job. So better tell the farmhand what he wants to do. So let's bring it up. Let's do a couple of headlands. We're going to do sharp headlands so it gets all of it. We'll get him to skip rows. Let's see what that generates for us. That looks alright. So we'll get him to start at the first waypoint. And off we go. Except, before we do that, we should probably change our seed type to grass, because I've done that in the past. So we'll leave him to run, and let's jump out close gate for him, and we will see. We'll go and jump into our other tractor. Alright, so we're now going to hook up to the fertiliser spreader, which also doubles up as a lime spreader. There it is. Like so. We need to run up to the other yard, further up, and grab some lime. Now we're going to be backwards and forwards doing this lime, I think, so we probably in the future need to look at buying ourselves a seed or an auger wagon or something that we can have lime in that will then allow us to pump out into and take it to each field. So we do, however, have a problem with our John Deere already. Okay, let's help this guy out. Let's show this guy how it's done. I wonder whether it's that tree. But that's fine. Let's get ourselves round. And stick him back on. Yeah. So let's get rid of that little bush in there that's causing us some issues. So let's very quickly do that, and hopefully he'll carry on. There we go. Right, let's jump back in the other tractor. Right, let's do some liming. I will go fill this up and I will see you at the field. Okay, so we're here, we're in the field, we've got our GPS set up, so we shall get cracking with this lime. Now, as most of you are probably aware if you've played the game before, this is going to use a decent amount of lime to get through these fields, especially with precision farming running as well. As you can see in the bottom left, our map is going the right sort of colour that we are after. We might end up missing a little strip down the edge here, just because of the way that I set my GPS up with the angle, but that's okay. We will come back and tidy that up later on if we need to. So I will crack on with this field, and we'll see when the field's done. Okay, just popped back in to say that while we have been and refilled a couple of times, our driver of our 7R has finished in the first field. So I've just sent him off to field 86. So we shall get him running up and running again, planting the grass in that field. Okay, so you just join us here in this field. We've just had to pause the liming for a minute because this guy got stuck doing this last headland. So we're just gonna whiz through the hedge and finish off this bit and any little bit like that there that he missed, and we'll send this guy down to 88. Get him to go on that one afterwards, I think. So the next plan is, obviously, we're liming all the fields, we're fertilising all the fields, reseeding the grass in the grass fields that we need to. But I think the other thing that we want to start looking towards is everybody else who's doing like Let's Play series on here have started in the normal sort of August time and doing harvesting. Now, as I said to you in the first episode, we did a start from spring, doing it a little bit differently, but I think our main aim, or my main aim, is to do a bit of a dairy empire to start with, and then potentially go on and do cows, mainly basically focusing on cattle and livestock. Sorry, not just cattle. So we are going to need some crops to deal with those animals, but we'll start with the cows, then we'll move on to other things as and when we get some crop to kind of go with them, so like some chickens and sheep, etc, etc. But obviously we can't do that without the funds, so we'll whiz through, get this done, and then we'll check up on our grass production, which is changing our grass into silage and hay, hopefully getting us to the point where we can start looking at some TMR. Now, we're not going to be able to do that straight away. I appreciate that, because we've got no straw, and we won't get any straw until we harvest a crop in the autumn. So we'll probably have to start with just some hay as their feed. One thing I am going to do, I am going to plant corn at some point very soon. That should we can then use that to get change to go into silage as well, and basically work through there. So that's that field all done and dusted. While that's folding up, let's open the gate, and we shall send this guy down to field number 88, and we'll go back and finish the line. And I will see you very, very soon. Right, now, as you can see, we've got, we've had to pick up the little fence. 714 Vario, and we're just running the forage wagon down to field number 88 because somehow I managed to forget field 88 when it came to collecting the grass. So we are going to have to quickly collect the grass first, and then we will be able to reseed it. Okay, so we're going to run around here nice and quickly, collect the grass off this field, and then we'll get the planting started on the grass. So I think we'll you've seen a bunch of this already in the montage to start with, so again we'll skip, and I'll see you at when we finish this, and then we'll probably put the seeder on a little bit of a time lapse for you. Okay, so we've got all that grass collected, and we're now going to stick this guy on a bit of a time lapse for you, and we'll see you when he's done. Right. So that was a bit of a longer time lapse than normal, but that's the size of the fields here, I'm afraid. We'll probably stick to montages normally, with a few time lapses here and there. I thought do something different. So we are just finishing up this last one here, and that is all the grass fields reseeded. So now, although he says that, and we've got some bits that we need to just tidy up. Now, while we've been doing that, I have had the spreader spreading the lime up in the other fields. So we've just got this field left for lime as well, and the last little bit in the field that needs to be refilled. So I will do that off camera before we come back next time. So thank you all for watching. If you'd like to like, subscribe and share the video, that'd be great. Any comments are welcome as well. We will look at fertilizing these fields next time, and potentially any that we need to, we shall get them planted with whatever crops we feel that we need to get in the ground to help us with our animals. So, as I said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you back on the oaks sometime very soon. Cheerio.